think if we have a look at the LPL, Rumble has been basically permabanned. Got through once and didn't manage to win, if I remember correctly, in the FPS series that we recently saw.
Set's another one of these champions that can flex in almost any position, like I said. You know, not bot, not jungle, but top mid support.
Yep.
Lucian does get first picked here. Another one of those flex picks that can go mid, can go top. A lot of players in Korea actually playing him in the AD carry role in solo queue right now, but I don't think we'll see that in pro play. Gwyn is available, but as you can see, completely ignored thus far in this draft. Going back to another flex pick here in the Lee Sin. Again, a great solo laner. Can also be played jungle.
Yep, also suits absolutely everyone on the top side of the map for Live Sandbox. You know, that Summit's playstyle, really brawly, really skirmishy. Fate as well, fantastic on Assassins. You can certainly play Lee Sin like that.
Champion in solo queue with the Karma, but it can be a very hard pushing lane. As we'll see Lilia, long time no see,
it's been a while.
Gragas.
All right, so Lilia locked in, of course. Bit of a friend with the old Gnar, as that is Gragas. Likely heading down towards the bottom side of the map. Kalista Gragas was popularized by one of my favorite bottom lanes that has existed here in the LCK, which was Deft and Tucson. Back in the day, they were super, super good at this particular combination of champions, and for good reason. Lots of engageability, lots of disengageability, and the Gragas being so incredibly safe with all of the options that he has.
I mentioned, you know, that Croco likes to play the Olaf.
But no, very, very, very good player. So looking forward to seeing what he can do. Of course, Victor, not exactly a champion that has a lot of early agency, as we've got fights happening everywhere. Big ult from Umpty, finds the watch out. Eva's Fate is just going to get culled, and Umpty just runs away from the Chaos Storm.
Yeah, this is the level 6 timing I was talking about. You know, Lava was back, he hit 6 up.
Looks like Live Sandbox will be able to find out. Freddy Briano's moved extras around as Control Wall goes over the wall, so no. That information not given away just yet, as there's the Fate's call to come in. Beautiful pick from Fred at Brion. It feels like they can do no wrong as Hoya, he's decided to take down Summit as well, and maybe solo queue has... Bowling ball going to be avoided though, as effort to go down relatively low. That's the curtain call. Umpty going to be taken down. Another Castle Curse that we need to apologize for, but the Rend comes through and Henna gets exhausted, but it's not going to be enough. Prince still stepping forward as Delight goes down relatively low, but that's a 2-for-1 trade, and you'll take that if you're Fred at Brion.
Yeah, you certainly will, and this is a really good start for Fred at Brion. Like, I don't think this game could do much better on their side of the map. You know, the safety you feel like you have with the extra peel coming out from the Jhin ultimate makes you feel like, okay, I can step forward here, we can guarantee this kill, but you have to respect the Fate's call and the damage at this stage of the game that a Kalista could put out. I mean, the Rend is massive.
The Atlas for this could be, not entirely sure, as there is Croco throwing down the Ragnarok. Teleport's coming through here for both solo lanes, and Summit finds himself under the turret, but it's a beautiful block. Not going to be enough, however, Lava at the other side of the fight picks up to himself, and now the rest of Live Sandbox are running for the hills. It's a max range house, and in fact, it's just a large amount of concrete, as the Jhin is also going to be taken down, and Fate is finding himself behind enemy lines.
Is he going to get away with this too? I mean, that's almost a wipe here.
That's actually a really cute back placement as well. Liked it a lot. Did manage to get himself out. No worries.
Yeah, well played. But this is another one of those examples of how Fred at Brion's comp can be played, you know, very nicely front to back. So those are the attention in this fight for Live Sandbox. Their focus is on the bottom side of the fight. You see the curtain call come through, but look at the damage here that you're going to see coming out from the Lee Sin. It's actually insane, and there's just so much wasted on actually trying to get these bottom kills under turret. The rest of the fight is easy peasy. Like, Lava should not be able to sit back and do free damage in the fight. Hoya's throwing houses, like he said, 2 of them.
Yeah.
And that's just, you know, so much tunnel vision on that bottom side.
Earlier, as Umpty, he's spending his life on a very low health bar, as now another curtain call to come in, but not finding too much joy. As Ragnarok was down, the flash forward, Umpty gonna go golden though, as Lava just culls him to death. Oh, it is not Croco's day right now. And Fred at Brion can do whatever the heck they want. Not a lot of opportunity here. I mean, there's a Baron available, but still 2 minutes away from that Mountain Drake.
I mean, this is the kind of moment where you look at Fred at Brion and you go, okay, like I said, I talked to one of the coaches before, and they said, oh, we think we're going to win this. They're very confident, right? You can see how the scrims are going. You can see the macro game is good. And what looks like, okay, they're so confident, they're too confident. Like, this is Umpty actually with a crazy play to flash forward to get the sleep to get out, and it looks like a disaster, but then it becomes an overstay here for Liv Sandbox. You see the flash forward from Kroko, but there's just too much damage. Like, he's not that tanky. He's got his Gore Drinker proc, but then you can't just keep running forward when the rest of the
Summit does find a Q this time around, but doesn't want to go by himself. That was a kick for some reason. Not entirely sure why Summit decided to press the R button.
panic, I think.
Yeah, well, now Hoyer is just going to charge up that Narbar. Summit going down relatively low. Some flashes coming in from Delight as the Fate's Call is used, but that's a bit of miscommunication, I think,
yes,
coming
absolutely.
out of Fred Brion. They're getting a little bit overexcited, I feel.
But
as
still,
Hoyer now with a full Narbar. He dives on in, doesn't find the bounce though with the Hawk. Still, it's a double stun into the wall. The wallop's beautiful. And now Effort and Prince gonna have to run away. Summit still, he's on the outskirts, unable to get anything done. That is going to be sole point now for Fred at Brion. And there are a few whoopsies in there, but they still win the fight.
I mean, Freight is doing a ton of damage when he has the opportunity to, but it's so difficult to get into range, and he's not able to finish off targets because, again, these melee champions, these Gore Drinker champions can't actually get their value. When you see the first Q miss, you know it's not going to look good. The second one hits, but as you said, everyone else is pushed away. He can't come in. There was a little bit of a snafu there on the execution with the flash forward from Delight, the Fate's Call and all that, but the team fight is just so much easier to execute because they have much more safe range damage. And these, you know, we could have had Ezreal instead of Victor. We could have had the Jace instead of, you know, the Lee Sin in the top lane. We didn't have to be this way.
Yeah, like the Victor didn't need to be picked that early, right? And you could have held on to all of that flexibility. Summit finally lands a Q that he's looking for, but we've got a sleep to come through. That's going to get a flash out. Effort not going to have too many opportunities as that Olaf not looking very tanky whatsoever. It's a drive-by from Lava as he grabs the double kill. Karma and Olaf already biting the dust as now Summit looking for another opportunity. He's not going to find it as Hannah, he's got his shield bow. He's going to be absolutely fine, and there's nothing that Prince can do to stop this one. It's a quadra kill for Lava, and this should
lock up the Nexus now.
Okay, Liv Sandbox. Kroko. I thought he was going to go in, then he decided to go out. Now Hoyer's Mega Gnar, and they do not want to fight. There's the Ragnarok, popped at just the right time. However, it's not going to be offensively powerful. It's not really going to do anything as the flash out gets Effort to safety, but how safe is the rest of the team? The answer is not very safe at all. Hannah locks down the first kill. The 80 carries are popping off in this fight, and we mentioned how far ahead they are. Now they're just showing off as Summit trying to do his best to escape, but Fred Brion having a great time in their first game of LCK Summer 2021. That's the ace, and that's going to be the game.
Oh, Fred Brion, if you weren't a fan of this team before this moment, you're definitely considering changing your flair right now. This is a team that loves to have flashy plays, loves to have the flashy games. This one was all about macro. Sure, there were some mistakes in team fights, but the draft was much easier to execute later on in the game. They pull it off, and what a flashy 19 kills to 6 to start off the LCK Summer.
I have to say, Umpty is back with a vengeance, man. It's looking real good here for this team. Lava also looking fantastic. I think that if you give your player of the game to Lava, it makes sense. You know, you see that really cool score line. I'm giving it to Umpty every